Well, good morning, Ken. Welcome to China again. Good to see you. You're looking good, Ken.
Thank you, Jerry.
So, how long has it been since you first diagnosed with terminal cancer?
I was diagnosed with terminal cancer in February of 2014. At that time, the doctor said without chemotherapy treatments, I had about 3 months to live. With chemo treatments, maybe 3 to 9 months to live.
Wow, so that's almost like a 22 months now since first discovery. That's a miracle, but I'm so glad you're doing good, Ken, really. And so what you have done so far to be able to beat the prediction from the doctor?
Well, really, the cancer was probably there 6 months before February of 2014 because I had some symptoms, but was not diagnosed until February. And after it was diagnosed, of course, it's quite a shock that you're perfectly healthy and now you've got 9 months to live.
Yeah.
But through my company that I work for, I learned of this Chinese opportunity to do something different than traditional chemotherapy. So through those connections, we decided to try this one-to-one immunotherapy product. And I came to China, and we did the surgery to harvest cancer cells, and they used those cancer cells to help isolate the mutant cells from the good cells, and to develop a one-to-one product just for me, just for my cancer, for my body makeup and my immune system, to teach my immune system how to fight that cancer. So I started taking those treatments sometime in May or June of 2014, and I stayed on those treatments until the end of the year of 2014, so for about 8 to 9 months. The good thing about those treatments is there's no side effects. I felt no side effects at all. There's no nausea, and no discomfort, no tiredness. It was just like normal. So that was very good compared to chemotherapy, because I had one chemotherapy treatment early on, like in April. And the reaction to that chemotherapy in that case was bad. I was sick, I was tired, I didn't feel good, food didn't taste good. So this alternative was a much better treatment for me. And so after that first 9 months, we decided to do some chemo treatments, and we started chemo treatments. And I've done chemo treatments now for about 9 months or a little bit longer. And those have more negative effects on me. I still don't have nausea, but I have tiredness, and we all know that chemo is not the best thing for your body anyway. So now we're at a turning point where we have to decide what to do next, I guess, is where we are. I'm not feeling as good today as I felt 6 months ago, but I'm still working, I'm still functioning, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Have you lately done a CAT scan or any check-up to see where you are?
Yeah, we've done 3 CT scans. About every 3 months we've done a CT scan. And the analysis of the CT scan is that there's been no progression of the cancer. Basically, the CT scans from one to the next are basically the same from what they can tell from a CT scan. So the doctors in the U.S. say that's a good thing, because they don't really expect the cancer to go away. They're trying to keep it from growing and spreading to other parts of my body. My other organs appear to be fine so far, my liver and other things. So
it looks like the treatment stop progression of the cancer spreading out.
Yeah, it appears to, and the doctors in the U.S. are amazed, I think, as well. They don't really understand it, as I don't really understand it either.
It's new.
But they do believe, they will say that it must have helped, because this type of cancer that I have is a very aggressive, fast-acting, fast-moving cancer, and it's hasn't moved quite so fast in my case. So all that's a good thing so far.
Mm-hmm. So you have done multiple treatment, right? So what it was look like on first one? What is different the first one, second one, third one? How many type of treatment you have done by using this new technology?
Well, I've done two different types of treatment here. One where they went inside and harvested cancer cells from the tissue, and I've done 3 of those. And the other is when they take my blood and they make a one-to-one product from the blood. And I've had, I think this will be the 3rd one of those that I've had over that period of time.
Yeah. So the first one you did is like take tissue from cancer and make that one into the one-to-one product as well, right?
Both from my stomach and from, I don't know the medical term, but the layer of tissue that covers your stomach as well. So both of those types of.
How much tissue you took out to make the products?
I don't know exactly, but it looked like a lot. It varies depending on how much they could get. But the last time he took quite a bit of tissue. So the only difficulty in my case was having it done in China, which is a long travel, a lot of more difficult to do than in the United States. But other than that, I'm very. I feel very positive about the one-to-one treatment that I had. It's, I think it has helped me live longer.
That's great because by looking good, hopefully, with the continued treatment, it will help you down the road.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Hi Ken, it's amazing, the treatment have done so far for you, looking good. Like I said, you lose a little bit of weight, but it looks pretty. Looking good, healthy, and energetic. Hopefully, you live a long time. But do you know how this system? Because then you told me about treatment. I'm just wondering what is the mechanism, how the treatment work. Do you know this?
I know a little bit about that, but I think Dr. Chen would be better to explain that in detail because it's quite scientific or it's quite complicated. So let's let the doctor explain that.
Okay, why don't we do this? Let Dr. Chen come up here to explain to all of us how his methodology works, what is science behind that. Let's welcome Dr. Chen.